So tell me, what's one hard decision that you ever made that you never regretted it?
Let's have it.
That should be that I cancelled my own wedding on the night before the wedding. So the painful part of this whole story is that I loved this man first. This is not the situation whereby the man forced himself into my life. I love that man with everything inside me. In fact, if you see us together, you would think we are perfect.
Wow.
I wanted it to end in public, so I'll be free. But till today, some people think I overreacted because I defended him everywhere. Even when people complain about his anger issues, I used to defend him too. My friends liked him at first, until one day they noticed and was like, this man is controlling you, Abi, you are not seeing it. I still defended him at that spot. That's how love can actually blind somebody. Moving on, a lot of things, minor things actually happened in the course of the relationship, but I kept excusing it because I actually love this guy. And these are the kind of the things that the man does that I normally excuse. If my phone rings and I pick and I smile while replying the person on the call, he gets angry. And if I stay outside longer than I'm supposed to, there'll be problem. And it's not even as though I used to stay with him, but coming to visit, staying for a while, going out to visit somebody, a friend, and staying longer than expected. Problem. And again, if another man outside greets me freely and I reply, it's problem because to him he thinks it's disrespectful, like I'm disrespecting him replying to another man's greeting.
What?
At first I liked it because I thought he was being too intentional about what we had, but then I started to differentiate what I was thinking with reality. When one day during an argument he squeezed my wrist so hard that it was too visible for anybody to see because it was swollen. I cried so hard that day, and he later came and apologized with tears and even on his knees, and even bought me food and other things and was blaming it on anger issues. And well, for the love I have for you, I excused it as well. Because that's what many women do when they're actually in love. We will start managing red flags like they're the actual behavior. We excuse their abnormalities for normality. And the turning point for me was one particular night. And before this thing actually happened, we have already fixed our wedding days, the clothes, the preparations, the hall, the food. That's how far we have gone with the planning.
Damn.
And because that night we had a small argument because I told him I wanted to continue working after marriage. That's just it though, nothing really serious, but his reactions really got to me.
What happened?
This man looked at me straight to the eye and said, "You talk so much for somebody that I haven't even married yet." You talk so much for somebody that I haven't even married yet.
Ouch!
He didn't stop there. He also said calmly, with no iota of emotion, he actually said to me that once you marry, you will learn. That sentence got to me, not because of the words alone, but the emotions behind it, the confidence behind everything. Like when somebody is promising you suffering in advance. So from that day, I became very conscious of this man. And that was how I began to notice things I actually ignored before.
Wow.
The way he enjoyed controlling situations, like switched from being sweet, intentional to being deadly and dangerous. Those ones are not even my issues. This guy is very manipulative, nonchalant, and too full of himself. And the funny thing is that it's not everyone that sees this part of him.
How?
In fact, let me even shock you. No day will even come that my parents, especially my mom, will not be thanking God for giving her a son-in-law like this. This alone should tell you the kind of man I was actually dealing with. So after my eye opened, I just saw and realized that this marriage is a no-go area. So I went to my parents the next day to tell them I'm no longer interested in the marriage.
What nonsense is coming out of your mouth?
I remember I said the marriage was very close. Like the next day actually is the marriage. That was when we had that argument 2 days ago. So when I told my parents I'm backing out, they didn't agree. They thought I was actually joking. And before I proceed, let me explain a bit about my family. My father actually is a well-respected man in the community. Like he's a title holder. Everyone knows him. He's well-known and well-respected. So cancelling a wedding that close would be a very big embarrassment to him. And that's what they told me. Still, I didn't care. I gave them reasons why I insisted of it not working when I realized 2 days ago. The things they told me, like all those words, threatening words in disguise, I told them, but no one cares or seems to believe me. My mom said no marriage is perfect. My aunt also said all men get angry and that's normal. Some family members even said I was just being nervous because of wedding pressure. Then I realized something. If I keep explaining to these people in words why I want to back out, no one will believe me. So I told them, okay, I will marry, but I will take you guys by your word. But I had a different intention. I was never going to get into that marriage. So I had to prove, or better still, show my parents the kind of monster that man is. So I made a plan. Until today, I still thank God for giving me that wisdom that period. I called him that same night. I apologized sincerely for acting stubborn. I intentionally behaved soft and submissive on the phone because I wanted him to relax. Then I told him I had something I wanted to discuss with him, but I needed to see him first. Then he came to my house that night. Then I told him that one of my classmates back then in school wanted to snap pictures with me on the reception. I wanted to seek for his permission face to face. Then he asked me, is it a male or a female? I said male. That's all. And that was how easy it was for me to get him to tune up to his monster state. Like I said, it was actually intentional because I knew the kind of person he is. And whenever he's angry, even in public, he doesn't care who is around. He shows up in his monster regalia and do whatever he wants to do. So he became angry immediately. So I told him, please don't react badly today. I don't want embarrassment. Tomorrow is our wedding. I remember you're my father's compound. So he calmed down. Or at least I thought he did. But what he didn't know was that my parents, his parents, and 2 elders were actually watching from nearby. Because I begged them to quietly observe him themselves before forcing me to something they don't know about.
I'm proud of you know that.
One of my cousins came. He actually followed the plan. He came to greet me warmly in his presence. So I told him, this is the classmate I was telling you about. I was coming to snap pictures with me. Guy, his transformation was instant.
Are you serious?
That man grabbed my wrist aggressively. Then my bracelet scattered on the floor in my father's compound.
What?
Then he whispered something to my ear that made my blood go cold. He said, we will deal with this indecent attitude of yours after our wedding tomorrow.
I don't want trouble.
I wanted him to react, so I said whatever and I turned to leave. He just dragged me back and raised his hand to slap me. And that was when both families rushed out. And for the first time, that was when there's also kind of person I was trying to explain to them. Even his own father was shocked, so he asked, so if we were not here, you would actually hit her?
I wonder.
He didn't respond, and at that exact moment, my dad looked at me and said, you are not marrying this man again. I nearly collapsed in joy because that was how the wedding ended. And didn't get to hold. People mocked us. Some said I was a disgrace to my family. Some said I brought shame. They said sort of things. But let me tell you something. Temporary embarrassment is far, far better than permanent suffering.
Bomb.
I later heard he left the country some months later. And I don't know where he is. And I don't actually want to even say. And my advice to the young ladies out there, do not marry potential violence, hoping love changes.
God have mercy upon us.
Marriage doesn't create character, rather it reveals it fully. So if someone cannot control his or her anger during dating, marriage will not magically fix it for you, it will rather worsen it.
Exactly.
And please stop ignoring signs because of age, wedding pressure, or what people will say, or you're getting, or whatever the society will talk about you. Because the hardest decision in life are not always the wrong ones. And that's why now, anytime I see peace forcing itself, I get scared. Because real peace does not beg to be believed. Because if someone really loves you, you will need to destroy yourself to prove it. And sometimes the people we cry over are the same people God is actually trying to save us or saving us from.